Good morning, Savages. This is Jenna from Spiritually Savage Mindset Strategy Coaching, and thank you for joining me for Wake Up Wednesday, where I teach you to stop sleepwalking through your life and to live a life with no question marks. Today, we are going to have a super personal talk, so I'm going to try to get through this as best I can. But I feel like a lot of these talks are about vulnerability and showing who you are to the world and, being okay with your truth and not allowing other people who are not okay with your truth to be involved in your life. So if I'm trying to teach you guys to be like that, then I need to also be like that. A lot of you follow me on my private or on my personal Facebook page and have seen that I had a really interesting week last week, and I've been kind of vague about it on my page. And so today I kind of wanted to do a talk with you about secrets. There's an old saying that we are only as sick as our secrets. And so I want today, while I'm doing this talk, you to really reflect and ask yourself how sick you are. How sick is your family? How sick is your relationship? How sick are your friendships? How sick is your relationship with your coworkers? How sick is your relationship with yourself? Secrets come in many shapes, sizes, colors, and values. They can be small or they can be big. They can be white, they can be black. They can be omitted or they can be shaded. It all boils down to secrets are lies. And I don't tolerate lies in my life. I'm not saying to run out and tell everybody everything, but haven't you ever watched a television show and seen people be blackmailed or seen people put in a situation? And I'm one of those people that talks to the television. I want to direct the people on the television and tell them, no, don't do that. No, don't go in there. No, look behind you. I'm one of those people. It's highly entertaining to my family. They love it, and they make fun of me for it all the time. My mom has made fun of me for that forever. She'll always say, they can't hear you, Jen. You know that, right? And I'm always like, how do you know? Maybe they just don't listen. But whenever I'm watching a show and I see them talking about blackmail or putting people in a bad situation, I'm always like, just tell them. Just tell the secret, and then they have nothing to hold against you. It's not that bad. You're making it that bad. Even if it is that bad, you're making it worse by holding it in. I recently found out a really, really big secret that has been held hostage in my family for about 70 years. I found out on Wednesday because somebody in my extended family was brave enough to tell me. And I value that. I am forever grateful for that. Because even though it rocked the foundation of my family and what I knew about my past and what I knew about my situation, it changed everything in the blink of an eye. It changed the way I looked at things in my past. It changed the way I looked at certain family members. It changed everything. And not for the worst. Everything made sense to me. Things that I had been trying to figure out or things that had hurt me for years suddenly made so much sense. Not only that, it's opened me up for so many opportunities to build bridges with other people that I didn't know were part of my family, to meet new people and to find a place where I belonged, where for so long I felt like I didn't. And I'm excited about the journey. I'm not sad about this. I'm sad for the other people who have passed on that didn't get to learn this secret, that it would have made a difference in their life, that it would have changed their life for the better. but I'm not sad about where this journey is taking me. I'm excited about the opportunity, and I look forward to where this fits into the journey that I'm on right now. So for me, secrets are a bad thing always. Even if you're keeping a secret to not hurt someone, what you're really doing is trying to control the situation. I recently also found out that someone in my family who has a history of drug addiction and drug abuse, who is now remarried and has an entirely different life, had not told their current partner about their past. And I find that incredibly sad. If you have someone in your life and you can't share your past or your present with them fully, then they can't ever share your future with you fully. Did you hear me? If you have a spouse, if you have a partner, you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, you have a best friend that is like your life partner. Some of us besties are like life partners. If you can't share all of you with them, then you can't have them for the future, because they don't get what a triumph that is. That where you are now is not where you came from. They can't fully celebrate the progress you have made. They cannot fully love you because you cannot fully love you. Because when you're keeping secrets, what you're really doing is you're saying, that's something I'm ashamed of. I kept a secret for years. 20 years. And I ignored it. It didn't bother me. But it was eating me up inside. It touched everything in my life. Touched the way my relationships were, the way my friendships were. I remember the day that I finally let it out. If you watch my videos, you see my wonderful, wonderful best friend, Melissa. And Melissa has known me for 5 years. She thought she knew everything about me. I remember the day that I said to her, I got to talk to you about something, get a beer, about to tell you some shit about me you don't know. She said, I know everything, you can't keep a secret, blah, blah, blah. I said, get 2 beers, you're gonna need them. And I remember her face as I was telling her things. But I also remember how much it changed our friendship, because we were close before, but we became something else afterwards. And it changed our dynamic in our friendship. It allowed her to go on this journey that I've been on for the last year for a different reason. It allowed her to see this in a different light. It allowed her to see me in a different way. I remember when I went on my journey to the specific place of my past to kind of deal with this, I remember her being there with me and me just falling apart. And I'm normally a very together person. I'm so together. And I put that face on because that's always the way I've been in my family. We've been through some tragedy. We've been through some trauma, you know, and I've always been the one that puts on the face and does it and does what needs to be done until it doesn't need to be done anymore. And then I fall apart, but I fall apart by myself. I don't like to be comforted. I don't like to be around other people when that moment is. And I remember I was just falling apart. And I remember Melissa looked at me and smiled. And I thought, she has got to be losing her mind, because she's not used to seeing me like this. And she probably doesn't know what to do with this. And she looked at me and smiled and she said, so this is what it looks like. And she just had so much compassion in her eyes and so much understanding for where I was and where I had been. And it was a really beautiful thing. And it solidified our friendship. We will be friends for the rest of our lives because of this situation and because of who she's been to me and because of who I've been to her in this situation. Our secrets keep us sick. We are supposed to reveal them. We are supposed to push out our shame and say that is not something we are to be ashamed of. This is something about me that happened to make me who I am, not to hold me hostage for the rest of my life. I don't care what your secret is. Mine was embarrassing. It was shameful. It was terrible. It was beautiful. It was what makes me me. And people who know it appreciate me so much more right now because of the bravery I've showed, because of the strength I've showed, because of what I've overcome and how I made it through. You need to start looking at your secrets as if they are something that needs to be revealed so that you can fully love yourself. In my life, in many different time periods in my life, I have been a secret for other people. I told you in another video that I always felt like I was unattractive. I was the ugly girl. I was skinny, sure, but I was the ugly girl. I also was different than other people. I wasn't your cutesy girly girl. I was a tomboy. I hung out with all the dudes. All the dudes saw me as their girl. I was their girl. I was, I was one of the boys, is what I was. A lot of the girls hated me because they thought I was running around with their dudes, but what I was doing was sitting up at night listening to your dudes' secrets because they couldn't tell them to you. I was also a secret for a lot of guys because there were guys that legitimately had feelings for me that would tell me but wouldn't see me in public because I wasn't what they wanted to show to the world was their girl. I went to college with a guy that I liked for a very long time, and he liked me back, and he would talk to me on the phone, but he wouldn't speak to me out in public because his family was wealthier. They were more well established, and I wasn't the pretty girl. I wasn't the rich girl. We didn't have a relationship. We had a really close friendship, and I knew more about him than anybody on the planet. But I was a secret. My very first real love, it was a secret. It was a secret to keep us both safe. It was a family secret. We weren't family, but our families didn't mesh. Our lives didn't mesh. But it was worth it. But I won't be a secret anymore. Ever again. Because I'm too big and I'm too bold and I'm too beautiful for that. And I want you to look at your life and understand that you're too big and you're too bold and you're too beautiful and you're too necessary to dim your light for anybody else, even yourself. So pull back all of your covers and let your secrets out. And guess what? If you tell your secret to somebody and they reject you, then they're not meant to be in your life. They're not meant to support you. If you reveal a secret and your partner, your spouse, rejects you for it, it is out of fear and out of something in them that needs to be healed. It is not about you. All of our reactions are based on us. But guess what? It lets you know that they weren't right for you and for your journey. It lets you know that they're not the right fit and that you're not on the right path. It lets you know that it's time for a change. There's your answer. There's your sign. There's your definitive crossroads. Stay with this and stay stuck, or move along and have the life of your dreams. Go tackle your question marks. Make them all exclamation points. Don't leave questions in other people's minds either. In order to be you, you've got to let out your secrets. Start living your truth today. Understand that if people cannot accept your past or your present, then they cannot be part of your future. I love you all. I hope that you go out this week and really look at what you keep a secret, even from yourself, things you won't admit to. I want you to really think about it and really dig deep and start to share yourself with other people and start to show them who you are and show them your secrets, because you could change their life the way that my family member changed my life this week. You could change everything for them just by revealing this. And you will change everything for you, because by not keeping secrets, we allow ourselves the freedom to be us and to accept us and to love us. And we allow other people the opportunity to accept us and to see us and to love us. It's all about being soul naked. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing life. Go out and find those question marks and find the answers to them. Stop sleepwalking through your life and live, really live. I will see you all next week, and I hope that you reveal your secrets this week. And I hope that the people that you find to fill your life love your past, love your present, and fill your future with so much joy. Have an amazing day.